Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Ko-fi account in the description. So if you're able to support the channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So this is what we haven't seen in the wild for a bit. This is Azorius Spirits, so it's always been a favourite archetype of mine. And to be honest, we are just playing it, testing Seam Rip as a replacement for Portable Hole. So it's not hugely different to some of the lists we've seen before, but this did well in a recent online challenge, this particular list. So I thought we'd take it out for a spin again and see how Spirits is doing these days. Unsurprisingly, a lot of flying spirit creatures, so Mausoleum Wanderer, Supreme Phantom, Rattlechain, Spell Queller, Skyclave Apparition, doesn't have flying, but you get what I mean. So yeah, it's kind of got that ability to kind of just put a lot of flying power onto the board, close out the game quite quickly, and kind of do the best kind of tempo plays that are available, particularly with Rattlechains giving all of our spirits flash. Yeah, there's just a lot that you can do at instant speed, and it will help kind of sort out the game pretty quickly. Yeah, Curious Obsession kind of out and Enduring Curiosity in. Just the resilience of this card. Yes, it comes down a bit later in the game, but gives you a free draw every time your creature hits the opponent, and also very hard to get rid of if it dies without being exiled. Then just comes back as an enchantment. So yeah, a couple of copies of that. Then we got Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, so one copy of that from Ixalan. So not a spirit, but within the kind of the theme, a flash flyer that can later on turn into a kind of source of kind of just incredible kind of card advantage and value. Very unlikely that we'll ever get to 4 chorus counters on it, but it's a nice little side quest. Then some counter spells, Spell Pierce, No More Lies. Again, when you can kind of just hold up all of your mana and do whatever is kind of best on that particular turn, then that's pretty appealing to have some counter magic. Shelter by Ghosts is another good tempo card, good at kind of dealing with aggro decks if we can get the lifelink up and running for a couple of turns. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then another flash card, the Wandering Emperor, just a good top end for the curve. Yes, not really fitting, again, not kind of a spirit per se, but along the same kind of theme. So yeah, we got a decent number of lands, 23 lands, just to be able to make sure that we hit all of our 4 drops, 16 dual lands. So the Mutavaults are obviously spirits when you turn them into creatures, so there's some additional advantage there. Then some basic lands and a couple of utility lands as well. Sideboard, we got the 4th copy of Seam Rip, got another Spell Pierce, Declaration Stone, Get Lost, so various kind of iterations of removal depending on what we need. Invasion of Gobekhan I like in Spirits decks because it not only just again gives you a good tempo play over the opponent, but if you turn it into Light Shield Array, it's good at protecting your creatures. Rest in Peace, premier graveyard hate in the format. Split Up, this is a good one-sided board wipe. To Cassia's Welcome, so this one is a kind of an alternative to Enduring Curiosity. It's not quite as potent, but it is enchantment based rather than creature based, so that can sometimes be important. Wedding Announcement, kind of played this a few times recently. This is a good card for grinding, and then kind of good anthem effects later. And a couple of Tishana's Tidebinders, so another flash creature. And this one's particularly good at dealing with problematic cards that the opponent might be playing. You can just shut them down for as long as the Tidebinder's around, and with all of the counter magic and stuff around it, this deck is often quite good at protecting it. So yeah, that is the deck. Azorius Spirits. Looking forward to this one. As I say, I've always enjoyed this archetype, so good to check in on it again. Yeah, particularly we've been playing a lot of new cards recently, so just a little bit of an old favourite, just to mix it up a little. And yeah, that's the deck. Let's take it onto the ladder. Yeah, this seems like an okay start. We'll be able to hit both of our colours of mana at least. Mono red, okay. So I think I probably want No More Lies more than I want to seam rip that right now. Yeah, so that can go away. Now we can hold up Spell Queller, potentially Rattle Chains. Yes, you may. Heartfire Hero. Yeah, you can have that. Fine. Just play my Rattle Chains. So I think Heartfire Hero is more of a problem here than Etchings. So let's just get rid of that. I don't think I'm blocking this turn, so send in Rattle Chains for 2. And we're on 17, so our life total's not horrific right now. Yeah, so I'll Spell Queller the Screaming Nemesis. Lol, are you joking? Yep. Okay, we need a little bit more than just drawing land right now. Something like a Sheltered would be really good here, just to give us some life back. Yeah, I'll Spell Queller that as well. So we go to 9. Let's see what we can draw. This is not going well. Just need something that isn't land off the top, please. So with Mutavault we have lethal. So I think unless we absolutely have to block, we're not going to. Oh god. Well, I think I just die to a Monstrous Rage anyway, so yeah, we'll assume they don't have it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we're able to get there despite some not amazing off the top. So, the opponent's playing mono-red mice, which is... So Seam Rip's good. No More Lies is okay. It's probably not quite as good on the draw. Though it does still hit like... No, I'm not convinced by No More Lies on the draw. I might take it out. I'm also going to take out Curiosity on the draw, which leaves us some interesting choices. So I think we probably want Tashana's Tidebinder. So we want to Split Up, Get Lost, probably another Spell Pierce as early counter magic. Yeah, this seems alright. It's a little bit more control-y, but they're on the play in this game, so... I mean, his hand's okay. Sadly, the Adarka wastes are a bit life intensive. Okay, no one drop. I like. Manifold Mouse I don't like. It's just got bad vibes, so let's get rid of him. Yeah, third Adarka Wastes I'm really not in the market for, to be honest. Okay. Well, Urabrask's Forge. I can see why they've sideboarded that in. I can eventually deal with it, but for the time being... Rattle Chains is good. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Rattle Chains gives me access to all of my other spirits at instant speed. Okay, well this has worked out pretty well because I can quell that. And they've got no good attacks with their Forge. Okay, maybe... Is Sheltered better than Skyclave here? Skyclave to just get rid of Urabrask's Forge. But then, no, I think I prefer it this way, to be honest. This gives me lifelink. So I'll take out the Forge. I'll go up to 18, and now I've got Rattle Chains to protect my Spell Queller as well as Ward 2. The lifelink just gaining me back all of the life I've lost from my own lands. Now, King Crimson, there's no need to be like that. Okay. That's fine by itself. I think I will just play the Rattle Chains. No, okay. They're off it. Good, good, good. No, I don't think so. It's almost tempting, but I'm not going to do it, I don't think. I think I will put back a pathway here. 2 lands, no more lives. Yeah, I think we've got enough time to potentially draw a 3rd land. Ooh, okay. Is this, whatchamajigger? Yeah, Lumra combo. Okay. Well, I'm not drawing that 3rd land anytime soon, so that was mistakes were made. Yeah, alright, okay. What's that? 3 draw steps there. Lumra combo is an interesting one to me, because I have absolutely no interest in actually playing it, but it does seem quite spicy. Okay, I think I'm gonna eat the Aftermath Analyst before it can do its thing. Yep, that's a spelunking. Port of Carful. Okay, and a stock up as well. Okay, well they've got plenty going on. So yeah, I'm going to be, I think, relying quite heavily on my counter magic from this point on. Oh god, they've still got another land drop. Oof. Yeah, sadly I don't have the mana to be able to do anything proactive. I've just got to sit back. Nissa, I will spell Queller, I think. Because I've also just got to get something onto the board. Like, I can't just sit and wait. Oh good, it's Lotus Field. Yeah, okay, here come the... multiple Lotus Field triggers. Okay, okay, well that's bad news for everyone, specifically me. So I assume I'm just super dead here, but let's see what they go and get. Yeah, they've got a... Yeah, I don't think we need to hang around for this, to be honest. We were too slow, missed too many land drops. Okay, so... how should we do this? I think Tashana's Tidebinder, Spell Pierce, Rest in Peace are all good shouts. Seam Rip. I suppose Seam Rip does answer like Analyst and Wandering Minstrel, so maybe we'll keep all of those. Rattle Chains feels pretty heinous here. Malcolm can go. Get rid of one Curiosity as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is actually a decently keepable hand. Mausoleum Wanderer is also a counterspell in a pinch. Okay, do I need to counter anything now? I don't think so. I can just play Supreme Phantom and get some damage going. Then even if they have like Wandering Minstrel, I have an answer for it. No? Okay, that's pretty good news. Okay, yeah, let's Spell Queller that. Another Spell Queller is great news. So yeah, this is kind of the deck firing on all cylinders, to be honest. That should be lethal. I don't think they can do much with just one blue mana. And I could... yeah, let's counter that. Not quite lethal, but I still do have no more lies. Give it up. Thank you. Yeah, they fought hard there. They had what, 3 copies of Spelunking? Yeah. Okay, well that was pretty good. But we are now on the draw. So what counts as a good hand will change a little bit, I think. Yeah, let's put Get Lost in. Can potentially destroy a Spelunking in a pinch. Remove the last Curiosity. I don't really like the Wandering Emperor either, to be honest. Yeah, I'll put Malcolm back in. Maybe a Rattle Chains. Just to give us a bit more punch. I don't think I've ever successfully beaten Lumra combo, so it was the first time for everything. Okay, well this is potentially the hand that could do it. It's a bit like Lotus Field combo. I feel like this thing now has too many answers to the things you sideboard against it. You know, it used to be Lotus Field. If you played Damping Sphere, they just scooped. And similarly, like, my Rest in Peace can be good here, but they are going to have multiple ways of dealing with it. But let's start. Okay, I like Hedge Maze again. Again, I shall be looking to rest in peace sooner rather than later with that collection of stuff in their graveyard. Another Hedge Maze, okay. They love the land in the graveyard. Seam Rip feels weak here. Weak bordering on pathetic. They're not going to play like an Aftermath analyst. Land, eh? Thanks. That's what I've always wanted. Okay. I really like this gains them life. Yeah, all of this stuff is fine up until the point where they don't actually play anything, and then it's not fine. Why do I feel like I'm definitely going to lose this game? Okay, the Wandering Minstrel does not do anything right now, I believe. So, start with a Seam Rip, get rid of the Minstrel. Ugh, there's no way they can possibly overcome multiple turns of Mausoleum Wanderers. Well, I think I will spell Queller. Why do they always have that? Okay, you can have the spelunking, fine. If you insist. If I had one more mana, I could have spell-quelled it again. That would have been funny. And yet. Do I want to no more lives that? We'll just get rid of it later. Let's get rid of it later. Play Malcolm. Let's Seam Rip another one. I think I want to play Rip now. Yeah, let's rest in peace. That feels suitably annoying for the opponent. What's happening here? Are you going to scape shift? Is this what's happening? I'll do it. Don't think I won't. I mean, they know I have the Queller, so presumably they also have like some way of answering Queller. Like another. No, they're just vibing over there. Okay, fine. I want to get rid of spelunking now as well. Yeah, as well. Could have done that. Pre-combat and got another damage in, but it's fine. Lumra. It's quite annoying in terms of my ability to attack. Yeah, you can have another go. Why not? That does not have trample, does it? Okay, we can have no Mausoleum Wanderer for a turn. That's not really helping very much. Why does this have reach? For God's sake. Alright, I'll throw my Mutavault under it this turn. I do need something. I don't know what my answer to this is going to be, to be honest. Who knew that you could just lose to a Lumra in the wild, well, especially if I keep drawing like that. Something that isn't land, maybe? Okay, I'll take the 10 this turn. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm not going to win, am I, if I can't? Okay, it feels like I'm pretty dead now. Yeah, just Lumra not being able to counter it. And no answers in my hand, just anywhere. Okay, can I have Malcolm this turn? That doesn't really do anything, does it? But it just can't. It's got vigilance. I just can't get through it. Just can't do anything. Do I have anything in my deck that can get rid of this now? I think I do. I just can't beat... I can't beat it! I don't know what it is. That felt like really good until they played the Lumra. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Cannot beat this deck. Oh well. Yep, it seems like a decent enough opening hand. Quite aggressive, really, with all these Supreme Phantoms. Swift Spear, not Mouse, is interesting. Okay, they do have the Monstrous Rage, though, of course. I could have countered it, but I'm not so interested in doing so right now, I don't think. Okay, so they do have other mono-red things available to them. So yeah, let's get rid of that. Attack them down to 13. Oh, the scream. Another Supreme Phantom. I think we'll just go ham on them. Cool, cool. Okie dokie. So you're dead. Yep. Okay. Seam Rip back in. Get Lost in. Split up in. Maybe Tidebinder is not terrible against, like, some of the mice. Probably better on the play, though. Let's keep that out for now. Spell Pierce in. No more lies out. Actually, let's trim the curiosities. Keep 2 no more lies, just because it can hit 3 drops. Okay, we kind of know what we're doing here. Come on, it faces Kakazan. Is that worth seam ripping? Well, it is now. I've drawn another one. Good. I'll get myself a Supreme Phantom into play. Okay. Fine. Yeah, 13 I can kind of live with. I do, however, need something a little more proactive. They're down to one card, I suppose, but even so. Okay. I could do drawing a creature at some point. It's quite annoying that it's taken 2 lands off the top of their library, to be honest. No creatures? Okay, fine. No creatures allowed today. I'll trade my Mutavault for theirs. Take 4. No, still no creatures allowed? Okay, fine. Sorry I ever asked. 1 creature drawn in the entire game. Let's pop that back in the hand. Yeah, they can stomp me with it this time, but I think it's worth saving the 2 damage. Still no creatures. Okay. Well, that kind of day, is it? Yeah, I mean, there's a fair number in this deck, you know. I could have sworn maybe drawing some might have been a good idea. Tashana's Tidebinder, No More Lies. I think I'll take out the Apparitions now. And we go again. This is not the quickest hand, but I think it's a combination of cards, which is probably good enough. Interesting. Where were you, man? Been here last turn. Huh. Okay, well, I can wait. I'll play a Supreme Phantom now. Yep. Okay, do I want to kill that now? No. Let's just say no blocks. Okay. Ooh, as much as I would like to split it up, like, Wandering Emperor is just better here, so, yeah. And another one, huh? Okay.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Fine. Okay, well, that's my life gain shut off.
My judgment is final.
Because for some reason that's considered a fair thing for the opponent to be able to do with a 3/3 for 3.
Keep watch for intruders.
Okay, I'm not doing very well for land. I've just got Spell Queller stuck in my hand, but you know. No pump. Let's just double play Rattle Chains. God, actually, let's not. Right, yes, go ahead. We'll quell that. Okay, now I am going to take the damage. Yeah, let's hold back with the Rattle Chains, actually. With the Spell Queller. Okay, we seem to be in an okay position now. Lol, no. Another Spell Queller, alright. Okay, Ossawara as a land is not terrible here, just as a way of protecting our life total. Go away. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if they draw exactly Burst Lightning here... No, Heartfire Hero's not going to do it, so... I'll Spell Queller anyway, just because, you know... Okay, good. Good. So yeah, that was a decent set of games. We were able to rag on Mono Red quite badly. It's sad that we couldn't quite beat the Lumra combo. Yeah. Just them having Lumra. Just couldn't quite deal with that, which is frustrating in itself, because I feel like, on the whole, we had the better of the deck in that third game, but... Oh, well. Yeah, still need to try that at some point. Another Mythic Wildcard, eh? It's not bad. Yeah, did we have anything in the deck that could have answered Lumra once it was in play? Emperor, but no, because it doesn't tap, does it? Jesus. No, Sheltered by Ghosts is probably the only thing. Yeah. No, that was rough, that one. But apart from that, deck did reasonably well. Seamrip continues to be great against Mono Red. Yeah, the tempo of this deck is pretty good against Mono Red, I think. But yeah, shame about that Lumra game. Never mind. So, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Contribute to the coffee account, that's the other thing. And I'll see you next time.